the Wii. You have bolted Nintendo from the runner-up to the runner-up to a company that practically prints money. Your dominance has been unparalleled and it brought a whole new audience to the video game world. Then how come I never play it? This time around, we take a glance at the #1 console on the market and give you the top reasons why you either should or shouldn't get rid of it. Hey, I'm Stuttering Craig. For ScrewAttack's top 5 reasons why you should or should not trade in your Wii. Alright, so we all know Nintendo has a long lineage of classic games for a ton of systems. The NES, Super Nintendo, and 64 have just too many to count. I mean, the list goes on and on. Then when you throw all the classics in one location and make them downloadable, you've got a kick-ass thing going. Oh, and don't forget about what some people thought was impossible 15 years ago. The Genesis, TurboGrafx 16, and even Neo Geo games available on a Nintendo console? Man, makes me feel kind of dirty. But at the same time, it feels really good. We all know the problems that American youth is having today are blamed solely on video games, right? Forget the other forms of media, and please don't ever, ever, ever blame anything on bad parenting because it's not their fault. It's video games. What a bunch of shit. Politicians continuously wave their finger at video games for all the things wrong in the world, but you know what? They can't with the Wii. Nintendo's squeaky clean and family-friendly image is a tough attack for the likes of Jack, Hillary, and anyone else with an agenda. So how does it affect you? Well, in some weird way, by you playing your Wii, that actually forces your tax-paying dollars to actually do some work and look for another target to blame everything on. Nowadays, it seems fairly standard that a console would be backwards compatible with its old consoles, and you would think that they all would be. But if you just look at the other side of the console war, you'd very quickly be reminded that the good old 40-gig PS3 is not. Chances are when you got your Wii, you had to part with something very near and dear to you via trade-in. For a lot of us, it was our GameCube. Hey, your logic was there. You can still play your old GameCube games, and that kicks ass. Like all the classics, like Luigi's Mansion. Oh, Lord. Chicks. Everybody likes them. They've got boobs, they smell good, and most of the time, they want absolutely nothing to do with video games. Why? Well, they say they're too confusing, but what's confusing about the Wiimote? Nothing. It doesn't have 11 buttons, 2 analog sticks, and a D-pad. You pretty much just wave it around. And for some reason, chicks really dig that. And thus enters your opportunity for poon. When was the last time you invited a girl over and said, hey, come on over and play with my Wii, and you were actually talking about video games? At least she thought. Ultimately, when push comes to shove, what makes a console? Yep, the games. As we talked about, while the majority of games on the Wii are gimmicky and good ones just might be great enough to keep you around. Mario Galaxy, Metroid Prime, Twilight Princess, Nintendo knows how to deliver with its franchises. Too bad you have to sit through the mounds of crap to get to them. So you know why you should keep it, but why should you get rid of your Wii? Who the hell writes this up? Just go to number 5. Read it. 3 little letters. D, V, D. Sometimes it's fun to be a lazy ass, and if I want to watch the top 10 episodes of He-Man, I can't do that on this. I gotta go through all the effort of taking it out and putting it in my 360 or PS3. Damn you, Wii, and your health promotion! From the moment we saw the now famous 6-hour line at E306, we knew Nintendo had a unique and special product. We were blown away with just how different it was from everything else. But what about now? While playing Wii Sports was great for about a month or two, the novelty has certainly worn off. No updates, no leaderboards, no reason to keep us around. And as cool as unique as the Wiimote was when it first came out, it's pretty much useless with some games, like Brawl. Traded. With the exception of Zack and Wiki and No More Heroes, name me a good third-party contribution to the Wii lineup that is not a Nintendo franchise. Think about it. Think about it. Exactly. It seems like we are constantly subjected to crap-tastic third-party games about bugs and just crappy mini-games and stuff from third parties who have no idea how to use the Wii's technology. Oh, but what about Resident Evil 4, Craig? Oh, wait, no, that's right, that was a GameCube game. It's a port, remember? What the fuck? Major League Eating? Who the hell gave that the okay? Traded. One of the most important things about any video game console right now has got to be the internet. Playing online has truly revolutionized the way that we, as gamers, play games. Hell, some people don't even play games unless it has a great online multiplayer. Xbox Live is by far the king, PS3 is starting to figure it out, and then there's the Wii that pretty much starts smoking at the thought of you playing your buddies that are not immediately sitting next to you. Just enter that 16-digit code and by golly, now your friend's me can march in your me parade! Oh, you actually wanted to play with your friends? Oh, that's totally different. Take this 12-digit code and put it in. Sure, online was included in the price of the Wii, but I'd gladly pay $50 a year to get rid of all these numbers. Everybody knows how much people want a Wii. Even nearly 2 years after their release, people are still having a hard time finding them. So if you got a hot commodity and you're not using it, why do you still have it? Get rid of it and earn some green or some trade-in value for it. Thank you, creepy sales associate. Psycho. I mean, think of all the cool things you can spend that money on. College, books, a 360, or dare I say, a PS3? Nah.